it looks like everything is here. I got this the other day. I showed it on another video, but I just want you to see what this thing fits. 6657504443, and this is the one-piece PermaDryPlus system. So got that going for us. But today the other key came in, and that is my prismatic powders came, and this is what we're going to do. This is the color we're going to go with. If I can get it out of there. Well, I didn't think it was in there so good. It is in there so good. This is what we're going to go with. Follow the yellow brick oil pan, or the yellow oil pan, or valve covers. I think that ought to do it. 10 minutes at 400. It's amazing how prismatic they got it down. It seems not so generic stuff on their stuff, and I would warn you to follow their directions, or it'll come out sort of looking funny. Overbaked or something like that, or it may not cure good enough. So that's what we're going to do. 10 minutes at 400 when the time comes. And so I'm looking forward to this. So we got to go down there and start taking her apart. So I'm going to do the valve covers, the oil pan. I might change the air cleaner back to a foam air cleaner. I'm not really sure. I've got that one on there now on that Edelbrock, and I just don't love it. So we'll see. We'll see what we do. I kind of always like those 1099 Edelbrock triangular shape Minhut Erhat Dreiecken things. So anyway, still working in here. So working over there a little bit. So let's get down and work on her some. Get her on the lift. Get the new oil filter, the new oil, and just kind of go over her one more time. Well, we've got Daphne ready for some new work going here. I'm going to powder coat that and put it on here. You see the problem? It's just I don't have light in here for a reason. That copper's just too dark. I did that a long time ago, powder coating. I powder coated that copper. I think that's just what I had in the early days of not having very many blends. So it's just dingy, and I just want to brighten it up in there. That aluminum foil across the sparking wires is nice, isn't it? Or aluminium foil across the sparking wires, eh? Well, this will be the first time I've used this. Interesting little side note here. I want to kind of clean up the carburetor and do some other stuff. Let's just see how this does. You got to be sure and lock in there. You don't have to climb all the way up, make sure you don't hit your radiator cap and stuff like that, because that's pretty close right there. So I'm going to take these valve covers off. See, I can take that carburetor off and do some cleaning, couldn't I? So look at this. You can just get right in here and take these things loose. Ooh, better get some air and blow this out. I forgot to do that. Let me do that immediately. Put the air cleaner back. I didn't even think about it. I felt like I was just in here. But anyway, you got to see it work. Oh, interesting. I like that. I dig that. Huh. I dig that a lot. This is what you get. See where it's cut out right there? This is what you get when you put another motor and gearbox and everything in another car. This has to all be cut out right here too. It's kind of ugly, but it does kind of work, because this is where the throttle pivot is on the block. Other way around, of course. And this has to be notched out for the automatic transmission tube coming up. So I was thinking of maybe ordering some new ones, but I don't see any reason in doing that. These will turn out just yellow, and that's all I care about, and that's fine. They've been good all these years, and sadly, they don't quite fit in there, but that's all right. That's the way it goes. Just not thinking about things anymore. So I just wanted to show you, but oops. All right, you ready? Okay, make sure all your wheels are on the runways, and make sure those are done there, and make sure you got some Marita bread, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. Okay, I'll show you what we're going to run into here. Oh, I got to see if I've got another Daphne oil filter. What's going on outside? Somebody doing something out there? There's some kind of popping noise. Probably somebody out there shooting. Feuding shooting or hunting shooting. I don't know. Heard something. Alright, so shoot me. So let's just take a look down here and see what's happening. So let's push this thing back up here. Now you see my dilemma. I just don't look too good, do it? It's just all coming apart and it's leaking, and it looks like the oil. I think it must have been leaking from those valve covers. Those were rubber gaskets, and I don't like those. And I think I remember I just had those. So there's my magnets I put on there. So let's get this thing off of here. I'll just do it by hand. And she's cracked up worse than I thought. I kind of looked at it when I was doing other things, but you know, I just figured I wouldn't do it for a long time, and now here I am doing it. What size is this? Oh, let's get the old fractional infractions. What is this? 5/8? I can't remember. 9/16, I think. I can't remember. 9/16. All right, cool. All right. Well, that looks a little blacker than I thought it would look. So that's the way it goes. Good idea then. Must have just you know, I bet there's not 500 miles on that oil. So it must have been dirty. So this is working out better and better, isn't it? Oh, that's a surprise. The Blue Danube waltz, really? Okay, so I got all the. Didn't take me long. I don't have those fancy Rain Man Ray tools. But I got everything out here, so she'll probably, noise alert, she'll probably just knock right down. I mean, I got one bolt up there. Yeah, see. Oh, whoop. And that bolt wasn't in all the way. What? That's okay. Well, let's see what we got in there. You want to? All right, well, it escalated badly. I got to take out this cross brace right here. I've already been working on it, but the pan's not coming down. I don't remember. The last time I had this off, I put bearings in it, mains and rods, and I kind of don't remember all this hell. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is all this hell. So let's see what I can do. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Put a bolt back up in there to hold it up so it won't fall down. When I get this out of here. Okay, so it's probably taking me a half an hour. I got this swinging right there. See that? Ain't that cool? So let's get this bolt out of here. And then I ought to drop down. And then I know the music's up too loud. Copyright claim. I don't care. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There you go. All right. Well, there's no big chunks of metal in there. There's plenty of oil still in there, though. Okay. I just brought it out here and dumped the oil in a container over there. There was some Fairbound in there. Let's get my little flashlight. I took everything out because I was on that Topside creeper. Okay, here we go. Let's just see what's in here. All right. A little mucky. Nothing too bad. Let me run my finger. What is that stuff? Well, I would say that ain't too bad. There's almost nothing down there. So it's pretty clean. Feels good. Smells good. Doesn't smell burnt or anything like that. So, Dr. Jellyfinger here. Okay, let's, well, it's probably that one-piece gasket's going to be kind of cool. You saw the dishwasher episode, didn't you? Okay, so now the new gasket is set up to do both the right-hand side and left-hand side oil tube thing. So, okay, well, let me peel some gaskets off. Another YouTube extravaganza. Yeah, I don't fit too good either, does it? Yeah, that's the way it goes. I've got a power washer. I'll get my torch on it. I'm not going to buy another can of aircraft remover. It worked pretty good. And, must be a truck going down the road or something. Sounds funny. So anyway, let's go over to the truck and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, everything's shut down. One down, one to go. One more town and one more show. So, well, that's not good. Well, oiling up my tripod there. So that's good, getting all that out of there. And she looks good. She actually looks pretty clean. Don't have to, don't want to drip on my camera. Don't want to lubricate my camera. So that's it. All right, and there's a torque converter. Ooh, I wonder if I could spin that around and drain it. But it might not ever roll again if I do that. And here's a good example. You can see those bolts where the torque converter goes to the flex plate. So, okay. That's it for tonight. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I have decided to super clean the motor and get all the dirt out of it. I've got, Sean gave me this for my services at their shop. So I've not used this at all in my life. Not a sponsor. Surround the spill. Scrub briskly. Ooh, sweep or vacuum. Well, let's do that. 1, 2. So we used to sell a product called Zip-Zorb, which was nothing more than kitty. Ooh, stuff's so fluffy. Which is nothing more than kitty litter. This is interesting stuff. Whenever I go to the other shops, I see that they use this a lot. And I always throw my oily cloths down on the ground so I don't have them spontaneously combust. So I'll just sweep all this up later, and I gotta cut the grass now. That takes a long time around these parts. Uh-oh. Well, I think I'll just spread it out like that. Alright, well, I guess they said scrub it, so I'll go get a broom and sort of scrub it. Let's put a little bit more on it. Isn't this thrilling? I wish you'd have thought of making a video about this, huh? Okay. So I've sprayed this down with brake clean. And you gotta get all this off of here. And since this is a one-piece gasket, you gotta get that out of there too. I hope this one-piece gasket thing works. Oh boy, I got a plenty in there, don't I? We'll get them out, and you gotta get the one out back here too. It's about to fall down on you. So let's get all that out of there. Let's get that out of there. So just a little residual silicone ski. Alright, well, I'm just going to scrape that out with a scraper. Like that. So I got both the front and back seals out. And you gotta go up in there and make sure you're all clean. And just get any little residual bits of silicone out of there. And this is where we're going to be putting a dab of ultra gray. This is the pain right here though. See in there, you gotta scrape all that stuff out of there. So let's get that out of there. Only thing you can do is like take a sharp end like this and and get it and just sort of keep scraping it out of there till it's gone, so your new seal can get in there. Oh, there goes the thing. I like standing on that oily stuff there. Maybe I ought not be. Well, I'll wash them before I go up. Foggy Mountain, man. So get your furniture hammer and knock these places flat around the 4 bolt holes, or how many you got if it's this kind of steel. Now there might be some of my problem there. See that crack right there? So you're gonna have to put a little extra glue there, but it's kind of bumped out too. So, God, this everything I touching today is going bad, but I'm gonna make it go good. Okay, so I gotta go check the hardware, make sure that what we got works. This is the old stuff if I need it. I hope I don't. So I found this whole thing. Pretty cool, huh? An original AC. I just cleaned it up a little bit. I think it must have been off the Bonneville. Looks like Bonneville color. And then there's the drain plug and other miscellaneous pieces. And out here's what we're getting ready to power wash. I don't know how much I'm going to even try to get the powder coating off, because it's, this is powder coating. So I learned that that's what that was. So anyway, we're going to just clean it, put them in the oven, and call it a day. How about that? Okay, let's do our little tradition here. Look at that. Oops, not too magnetic, is it? I was hoping for more magnetism than that. So there we go. All right, there that is. So what you want to do now is go up in each one of these, all of them, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now I always thought that if you feel any resistance in these holes, it means there's silicone up in there. I don't think there's nothing in it, just feels funny. And you gotta get it out of there. That's all there is to. Ooh, I hit gold there. Whoa. Yeah, look at it, almost keeps it up in there. Okay, so you can tell it's there you go. Gunky. So you gotta dig all that out of there. Wish you had some surgical hemostat things or something to get up in there. So I've got these, and maybe I can get up there and show you. Look at that, see? Now that's not a fake right there. Now if that's up, focus. Well, it's just a globule of silicone. It refuses to focus. Well, trust me, you can see it. You can see that black dot there. Now that'll give you a false tight. So you never know when this is going to do it to you. So you got to probe up there first, and then get your hemostats. And those are pretty thin. I'm glad I have these. I got like 8 sets of them. I love them. So I've got everything cleaned and ready to go in. And valve cover, Edelbrock thing, and everything is warming up in here. And I'm going to be shooting it yellow here in just a second. So one last look at all the nastiness, and when it all gets done and dry and cured out, I'll lay it out, and I got to put gaskets on it, of course. Okay. So the instructions are wonderful and very detailed about the torque specs and everything. And I've got the blue Loctite out, the medium strength, and got some on every bolt. So there's 14 little ones and 4 larger ones. And like you can tell, I thought that maybe there was some problem. Maybe there is. Maybe that's original one is going to be longer than the other. And I guess those would be the ones in the back since they go through the block. I think that's right. And so we're about ready to put this thing on, but I'm still in the middle of powder coating, so I'm going to give you a peek. See? Oh. So I've got the little blue tabs in there. And so this is, you got to put them here because this is the only thread that works. And the Velvet Fog. That's a pretty good tune there that was playing. Okay, there you go. Mel Torme to the cars. You gotta like that, don't you? We are approaching the end of the powder coating phase of this video. I just wanted y'all to remember, I don't know who's subscribed and who hadn't and all that, but this is my oven, my double oven that I cut a hole in, see? So I can put great big oil pans in there and stuff like that. So if y'all have never seen that before, it might be on Odyssey if you want to see a long time ago when I did that. But so far this worked out real good. And I would like to thank someone for buying this oven. Well, maybe I wouldn't, because I more than earned it. But anyway, let's see. Let's let that heat up, and that's the last piece. Oh, I want to show you this too before I forget. You're gonna see it anyhow, but check this out. I didn't know it was there. See, there's a hole right there. Apparently I guess I did it when I did the other thing. But this is also broken right here, but the powder coating kind of filled it in. But yes, sir, there's a hole right there in it. That's probably not good. We'll just put some ultra gray on that, it'll be fine. So just gonna let that, I'll show you everything in just a minute. Getting late in the day. There's the oil cap. I was able to save one of the rings. I found one, and I think that turned out beautifully. Drain plug. I know it's gonna chip off, don't care. Here's my new Edelbrock, or new looking Edelbrock fancy triangular cover there. And I just went ahead and shot that thing, might as well. And here are the valve covers. This is the one with a little hole in it, and this is their arrangement onto the vehicle. I don't know why they don't have flanges all the way around, but that's okay with me, I guess. That's the way you want to be. And so there are those, and there's this. Don't that look terrible? All I wanted to do was recoat it. I didn't want to do any more than that, because they're just not that. You're not going to see it anyway. I just kind of didn't want it rusting from the outside, but can't really tell much. Let's go out here and you can see it a little better. But some of the red bled through. I think it's kind of groovy. Kind of looks like maybe I could paint some flames on it or something. So she's clean now, boy. That is clean, clean, clean in there. So let's. This is going to be easy now, this new system. So I'm looking forward to that. And so I've got everything cleaned out and ready to go. And I'm going to have to do it tomorrow though, so I'm not going to worry about that. So blue Loctites on those. This has all been cleaned out. So let's put the gaskets on those, and then we'll go in and have a soda pop. I believe you can reuse these GM nylon things a few times. Don't have some, and I'd keep some because they do split. So I've got these neodymium magnets. You can get them at just about anywhere in there. I'm in the field of focus. It's a magnet. There you go. So what I do is I just stick it right on top of that thing. Do that at your own risk, but that's the way I do it. And they're very cheap, and you can put a little thread locker on that if you felt like. See, it's a good magnet. It's probably all in the world you need. And I love the story of when I bought a Mercedes years ago. It was a used Mercedes, and I asked Steven at a Better Wrench in Chapel Hill. I said, well, can I get a magnetic plug for it? And he says, you don't need it. I was used to dealing with, that kind of thing and that kind of thing. And, you always had some kind of shrapnel on the magnetic plug. But BMW don't need it either. They don't seem to shed enough to cause a problem. Let me see if I got a 9/16 here, because it's not a good idea to. I'll just get a socket. It's not a good idea to. On my sockets, no, there's one. To put them on without tightening them when you're doing. Just finish it on out and tighten it. Okay. Oh, did I do it wrong? Let's see if I can do this one-handed and flip it around. Watch it be the wrong way. Yep. That's been the handiest tool, the 1/4 on one side and 3/8 on the other. I've just gotten all kind of good use out of that thing. And this is your, you know, whatever 20-something foot-pounds it is. And that's plenty good enough. If you over tighten it, you'll crack that nylon and you'll get a leak. So let's just let it sit for a second and then give it another go. Okay, and that's plenty good. And I don't have to think about it anymore. And we'll go in for the night. We'll start again in the morning. This has become a little bit more complicated and longer than I wanted it to be. So let's just call this a part 1 and let me have a couple of days. So give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. Appreciate all of you that have subscribed. And see if you can help me out and get me some more. So I'm trying, you know, I do a lot of this to try to, you know, help the whole community out. So, you know, that's one of the reasons I just love doing this. So anyway, we'll talk to you later and get ready for part 2. Probably be in a couple of 3 days, but in a week it won't matter. It'll just be 1, 2, won't it? All right, bye-bye.